I probably shouldn't have stopped the video there, but anyways, in Sydney, the one of the best meat suppliers is called Vicks. If you work in the hospitality industry, in Australia, you will know Vicks. And they just basically supply really good quality meat. But if I go to Vicks and I say, hey guys, I'm a little sandwich shop, can you just sell me like a kilo of Wagyu or whatever? They're gonna be like, bro, like, no, no, we won't. Like, so I've got to overcome that to get the best quality stuff from these high-end suppliers. I've got to order in bulk. And if I want to get fresh quality meat in bulk and not have to freeze it, which I think's fucking disgusting. Don't freeze your meat. I have to reduce the menu to literally one item and just sell a shit ton of these one items, and yeah, that's what the concept is. Yeah, basically, I'm sort of, my mind is like running around a bit, like it's a bit sporadic because this restaurant, this shop is backed by all my money. I'm bootstrapping this pop-up, and it's just stressful when things don't go to plan. Like I'm not generating as much revenue as I would have liked. In fact, I'm not even generating as much revenue as my worst expectations. But I'm trying to stay positive about that. Also, I know it's hard to find good quality staff. It's weird. I seem to be able to find good quality staff when I don't need them, but when I do need them, I can't find them. But anyways, so I believe if you find good quality staff, that you should try and keep them, try and make them work. But it's definitely tough for me to figure that out, trying to make a job for them, when the fact is I'm simply not even generating enough revenue as my worst case scenario. So I'm really excited about these people that I've trialed recently. They've done a really great job, and I think they would be a great part of the team, but I have to think very hard. Today is the last trial day for the week. I have to think very hard who to put on the team, how to use them on the team, and if they need to be there or not, because it seems like at least for the start of this pop-up, I won't need as many staff as I thought I would, or so basically at this point I could probably do it almost all on my own. From next week I'm definitely going to need the help of one person, but the tough part for me is I've found someone that's really good in the kitchen, and people in the kitchen that are really good are actually pretty hard to find. So I need to somehow figure out how I can utilize that person, give them as little hours as possible, and see how that goes. So basically, okay. So today I'm also, I figured out there's a thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, like I've worked in kitchens as junior sous chefs, like leading teams and being in charge and knowing all the recipes, knowing everything about the kitchen, every section of the kitchen, and teaching people how to get by on those sections, and how to work within the kitchen, training people, all that sort of stuff. But I've never done the side of the kitchen, which is like food costing and ordering and all that sort of stuff. And it's to do it right is actually fucking hard. First of all, you've got to basically find good suppliers. Like for some stupid reason, I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to to that sort of thing when I was working in the kitchen, especially as a commie chef. When I worked my way up to junior sous chef, I was in a different state. I was in Victoria, and obviously the suppliers in Victoria are different. So even if I did know a whole bunch of suppliers that I could have just taken from what I knew in Victoria to this to my own business, which was over 5 years ago, and I left the industry for 5 years and worked in construction for the last 5 years, but that's another story. But even if I did do that, I'm in Sydney now, so I can't. The suppliers are just different, basically. Yeah, I have to put a lot of time into finding good quality suppliers. There's a few suppliers that I've been using, and it seems like they're good, but they're not. And also because I'm such a small operation, there's like a minimum order, sort of like with most suppliers, because of delivery cost and all that sort of stuff. It's getting really smoky in here right now. Because of delivery cost, there's like minimum orders, and those minimum orders are around about like 150 to 250. And so for me to order, I either need to like order just more stuff, and sometimes if you're not organized, you have to like order more random stuff, and that's going to obviously fuck up your food cost, right? And so basically I've mapped out everything that I need for the 12 weeks, and I'm trying to order like bulk things, or say dry store, that I will need for the whole 12 weeks, so I can meet that minimum 250 order. Also, it's sort of the same story with the proteins as well. I've been trying to use local suppliers, because sometimes I need to do 2 orders a week, and that second order sometimes doesn't hit the minimum threshold, because I'll order at the start of the week for half the week, and then I'll make a call on how well the first 2 days went of the menu, and then go, okay, I'm going to estimate we'll sell about this much sandwiches in the next week, and that's how I do it. But sometimes that next order is smaller than the first one, so then I don't hit the minimum threshold. So it's like it's just kind of tough, especially when I just want to use the best quality suppliers. And that's another sort of reason why this is a 4-day operation, and because I need Monday to, like, if I want to use quality suppliers and I'm only ordering really small amounts, sometimes I actually just have to drive to the suppliers myself and pick it up myself. I mean, to be fair, I think they would do deliveries, even small deliveries, for a fee, but I have to look into that. But that's another thing. It's just gonna add up and throw my food costs way out, and it's just like managing food costs is fucking hard. I honestly didn't account for wastage. It's like somehow how do you even account for it? Like, what do you do? You say, oh, I'm going to assume we're going to get 10% wastage here, and then you do the recipe and actually get 20% wastage. Just like, where do you even start? Anyway, all I know is as we go, I need to redo the food costings all again, to go from estimated portion sizes to actual. The portion sizes, I tweak them based on how to make the sandwich as good as it can possibly be. So I'm not saying, like, one day I try the sandwich and maybe we have a certain type of bread which has been ideal, and then I've in that certain type of situation, and then I've ordered the bread commercially, and I've decided actually it's not suitable in a commercial setting. Like, for example, one of the best sourdough breads in Sydney, in my opinion, is like an AP sourdough bread. It's just got a really deep malty flavour, and it's got like a really caramelized flavour, a nice chewy crust, and very chewy aerated crumb texture, which I really like. But I actually was wanting the bread itself, like the crust of the bread, when bite into the sandwich, to be really crisp and crunchy. And I was just finding if we order the bread and then I toast it, it's not toasting very well. It's not toasting with our equipment as I wanted it to. So I had to order a different bread to get that texture that I wanted. But the thing is, with that different bread, now it needs more tomato sauce, more braised smoked tomato sauce on each sandwich to taste the way I want it to taste. So that throws out my costing all again. But at the end of the day, I'm thinking about the quality of the product first, the quality of the sandwich first, and then we figure out the cost after that. And sometimes it's just like, I just can't be fucked to figure out the cost again. But definitely you need to know your numbers, because if you don't, that's a quick way to go out of business. Yeah. Oh my God. All right. See you guys. Bye.